Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got some interesting info for you guys today. A lot of FUD happening in crypto. People want to scare you out of your bags and get you out of your crypto. So got some things I want to cover in this video that I think are critical for you to know so you don't get scared out of your bags. So I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. All right, there's a lot of things going on in crypto right now that are kind of fudding the market. And, you know, I talked yesterday on my video about how Bitcoin got rejected off from, I think it was the $65,000 level. We'll look at that here, see where we're at with that. And there's a lot of FUD going on in the market right now. And even the SEC cracking down on more people with crypto and stuff. So there's some things coming up in the next few months that could make it a really bloody time ahead of us, possibly, unless things turn around and we get bullish again. But right now, things are looking bearish. So I want to cover these things in the video for you guys to let you guys know my thoughts on it and, you know, what I'm planning on doing to handle this situation and what you can do too if you choose to do that. So let's jump into it here. All right, current market cap of crypto, $2.4 trillion. Bitcoin at just like 62,500. ETH still above $3,000. We got some bad news on ETH in the last day here, so I want to cover that as well in this video. And you know, all these other coins are pretty much just kind of holding steady right now. I know some of the you know, there's some of the meme coins have been launching off and taking off quite a bit recently. So you know, that's about the only thing that's really been going on in the market. Otherwise, the market's been pretty calm and pretty mellow and just kind of boring recently. If we jump into the Bitcoin chart here, as you can see, we did get rejected off that 65,000 level. And we are starting to come back down. Now, if we'll break through this 60,000 level again here and jump down to 57,000, we'll have to see if this holds. This, I think it's 56.5, if this holds for support or not. If it doesn't, we're likely coming down to like $51,000, $52,000, somewhere in that range. There's still going to be a lot of liquidity and a lot of buy orders in the 53,000 range that could hold it there. So that would be my next target, somewhere around that 53,000 mark. So we'll have to see what happens here, but it's looking like Bitcoin's, you know, being driven down in its price. But that doesn't mean something bullish couldn't happen and we take back off again up to 80,000. So, you know, have to wait and see what happens with that. So Altcoin Daily just did a video yesterday about the lawsuit with SEC, Gary Gensler cracking down on crypto, how things are looking bearish with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and how there's a lot of FUD in the market right now, and that crypto looks like it could be in trouble. So you might want to watch this video by Altcoin Daily. I usually I'll probably cover this in my weekly YouTube update again, but it's a really interesting video and some kind of helpful information there if you guys want to watch it. So the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF withdraws its Ethereum futures ETF application. So we're still trying to figure out what the reason for this is. I don't like the fact that this happened, but it is what it is. They've withdrawn their ETF application for the futures ETF. So, you know, I was talking about on my channel months ago how they got the Bitcoin ETF approved, the spot Bitcoin ETF approved, because Grayscale already had the futures ETF approved. And so all they did was convert that into the spot ETF. And, you know, the court said, hey, it's fully legitimate for Grayscale do that, and that was one of the things where it kind of forced the SEC's hand on approving the Bitcoin spot ETF. Now, I was saying Grayscale was going to do the same thing with its Ethereum ETF, is they would get its futures ETF approved, and then they would probably roll it into a spot ETF and force the SEC's hand again on that. But now they've withdrawn their application, so we're still trying to get a reason why they've withdrawn it. If the SEC told them to withdraw it and reapply a different way or something, we don't know yet. But this isn't a good sign that this has happened, and I'm surprised it isn't affecting ETH's price more. And maybe it still will, we don't know. But I'll read a little bit of this article here for you. Grayscale's made a surprising move to withdraw its 19B4 application for its Ether futures exchange traded fund just 3 weeks before the securities regulator would be forced to make a decision on it. The asset manager filed a notice of withdrawal. The Grayscale Ethereum Futures Trust with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission on May 7th. So we don't know why they withdrew this, but I guess hopefully they'll give us a reason as to why they're doing that, and we'll have to see what the reasoning was. Hopefully they're going to reapply for it. We don't know yet. The SEC still must make a decision on the VenX application by May 23rd. And, they had till May 24th and May 30th for the ARC21 shares and Hasdaq. So we'll have to see what happens with those still. So if you go to the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we're still at 64 greed. So there is a chance that, we could get pushed down again and get into the, the fear zone or the neutral zone or the extreme fear zone here. We haven't seen that for a long time, so that's what worries me. I don't think we're just going to keep being green here. Maybe we're kind of in here and we're going to come back down and then take off again. We'll have to see what happens here, but I don't like the fact that we've had so much green, so much greed in this market. The last time we've seen that, we've been in a bull market. So it's kind of scary that we've seen this much greed in the market for the past, since, let's see, October of last year. So that's several months now, like 7 months in a row of greed. Pretty much we had 1 month of neutral, and that was it. Back here in October of 2020 was the last time we were in the greed zone for several months, and it lasted until May of 2021. So pretty much right now is about the same time frame is where we started seeing that big drop off. So are we going to see this again where we come back down into here in June and July? This could be what happens, so be ready for it if it happens. If it happens, I'm going to buy the dip, because we're probably going to take off again after that towards the end of the year. So we'll have to see what happens here. Maybe we're halfway through a bull run cycle and we get a correction, then we take off into the second half of it. We'll have to see what happens here. We really don't know. Bitcoin hit an all-time high when nobody expected it. The cart's kind of ahead of the horse here, so we'll have to see what happens here. But I'd just be really careful. If we do start taking off again and do a bull run, I'm going to be taking out some serious profits on my portfolio and not waiting for crazy numbers just in case. But I'll definitely leave in, maybe 20-25% of my portfolio in case we do take off into crazy numbers. But the majority of my portfolio, I'm going to be heavily or aggressively taking profits out on if we start taking off again and make a new all-time high with Bitcoin. After that new all-time high is broken, I'm going to start aggressively taking profits on my crypto just to be safe. Either way, I've made profits in this bull run already. I'm not going to lose any money if we crash from here, but I know other people that's not necessarily the situation for. If we do get a big crash in the market, I would just stack as much money as I can in these coins at a discount and hope that we take off again into another bull run and make profit from there if you don't have your bags fully packed for the bull run. We'll have to see what happens here. It's kind of a touchy market and a unique situation that we're in. Every bull run's a little bit different. This one could be a little bit earlier than the last ones, or it may just be just getting started and we take off and do a massive bull run. We don't know what's going to happen until it happens. That's the that's the part about it. I don't know, you don't know, nobody knows. Historically, this would just be the beginning, and later this year and into next year we're going to take off into a pretty good bull run, but we'll have to see if that happens or not. There's going to be a lot of things that are out of our control that are going to make the decision on that. If we get lower interest rates, if we don't go into a big war, depending on who wins the U.S. presidency this winter, is going to determine what happens with the SEC, and if we get new board members and a new chair of the SEC and how that's all going to be handled. A lot of things are going to depend on what will happen in the upcoming months here with crypto. So we just got to sit back and wait and see what happens and be reactionary to it and just kind of wait for either scenario. That's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. Just kind of a short, simple video, let you guys know my thoughts on the market. That's pretty much what I got for this video. We'll see you on the next one.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me.